biggest explosions in cinema don't necessarily involve car chases, collapsing buildings, or fiery crashes. Sometimes, the most explosive moment is simply two people sitting across from each other. In The Dark Knight, that moment is the interrogation scene between Batman and the Joker. No masks to hide behind, no shadows to lurk in, no henchmen or gadgets. Just a room, two men, and the battle Gotham solved. But why does this scene hit so hard? Why does a simple conversation in a brightly lit room feel more intense than any action sequence in the film? To answer this, we need to look at how Nolan builds this moment, how he frames Batman and Joker as opposites, and why this confrontation is the true heart of the film. So let's set the stage. Gotham believes it's winning, the Joker has been caught, Dent is still the White Knight, Batman is still Gotham's Dark Protector. There's a sense of relief in the air, but maybe, just maybe, this mad clown has been stopped before things get worse. But the Joker wanted to be caught. This entire moment has been engineered by him. The interrogation room isn't where his plan ends, it's where it begins. Now, if we look at the room itself, Nolan strips away everything we usually associate with Batman. No shadows, no looming entrances, no sudden vanishing tricks. Instead, bright fluorescent lights, white walls, and a hard metal table. Batman's greatest weapon has always been theatricality, the ability to make criminals think he's more than a man. But here, the light burns away at that illusion. For the first time, he has to face his enemy as just Bruce Wayne in a mask with no mystery to hide behind.
They're only as good as the world allows them to be. I'll show you.
At first, Batman tries to control the conversation. He throws down the file, he leans in, he asks questions, but the Joker doesn't play by those rules. He mocks, he teases, he twists every word, and crucially, he doesn't even flinch. Other criminals fear Batman, but the Joker laughs at him. He calls out the futility of order, the hypocrisy of Gotham's so-called morality, and he does it with a smile. And this is where the brilliance of Heath Ledger's performance comes alive. Every time Batman escalates from calm questions to slamming Joker's head into the table to full-blown punches, the Joker only grows more delighted. He's not resisting the pain, he's feeding off of it. For him, Batman's violence is victory. Every punch is proof that Gotham's hero is just as corruptible, just as angry, and just as human as everyone else. This is the exact moment the scene slowly flips. The interrogator becomes the interrogated. Joker starts pressing Batman, needling at his morality, testing his limits. He reveals the real game. Harvey and Rachel have been captured, placed in separate locations rigged to explode. And then he gives Batman a choice. Who lives and who dies? A 50-50 chance. This is the true power of the scene. It's not just about Joker taunting Batman. It's about how the Joker is able to reshape the rules. For the entire film up to this point, Batman has fought criminals on his own terms, with strength, with fear, with strategy. But the Joker doesn't play those games, he introduces chaos, choices with no good answers, dilemmas where victory is impossible. And it's in this moment where Batman loses. Not physically, he's the one throwing the punches, but morally, spiritually, he's concerned. The Joker forces him into a position where no matter what he chooses, Gotham will suffer. Save Rachel, and Gotham loses its White Knight. Save Harvey, and Bruce loses the woman he loves. Either way, the Joker wins. When Batman storms out of the interrogation room, desperate to save Rachel, we can feel his fury. But it's not the fury of a man who has gained control, it's the fury of a man who knows he's already lost it. The Joker has shown that even in handcuffs, even in chains, he can orchestrate chaos. the walls of the police station, the brightest lights in Gotham, mean nothing. The Joker's real weapon isn't bombs or guns, it's corruption, it's choice, it's the ability to make the good destroy themselves. And the consequences ripple throughout the rest of the film. Rachel dies, Harvey is scarred, physically and spiritually, and becomes Two-Face. Gotham's hope, its White Knight, has been corrupted. And Batman, the city's Dark Knight, is left to clean up the mess. The single conversation, this one part, is the pivot point where the entire story collapses into a tragedy. Now let's take a step back. Why does this scene feel so monumental? Even more than the explosions, the car chases, or the final showdown. It's because it's the purest expression of what Batman and the Joker represent. Batman is the order, Joker is chaos. Batman wants to control, to impose rules, to prove that Gotham can be saved through justice. The Joker wants to unravel those rules, to expose the fragility of order, to show that one bad day is enough to turn anybody into a monster. And it's in this room that for once Batman isn't the predator, he's the prey. The man who terrifies criminals is finally staring into the face of someone who could not be terrified. And that's what makes the Joker so dangerous. That's why this scene matters. It's not just a turning point in The Dark Knight. It's the core of Nolan's entire trilogy. Batman can punch, kick, and intimidate his way through all he wants. But against the Joker, he has to confront something far more terrifying. The idea that chaos can't be defeated, it can only be endured. So when we remember The Dark Knight, we often think of the opening bank heist or the truck flip in the middle of Gotham. But the true heart of the film isn't in the explosions, it's in this small, brightly lit room where two men sat across from each other. Then Batman realizes that he wasn't fighting crime anymore, he was fighting an idea, and ideas are so much harder to break.